wouldn't call this deep cleaning. I'm just getting things back to normal before the week starts for my Sunday kitchen reset. We are a family of 5, and I have 2 kids in sports and a 1-year-old, and our kitchen is used constantly. So I'm just going to go in and reset the counters, reset the table, empty and load the dishwasher. It's a very small thing, but just starting the week off with a clean kitchen, to me, makes a big difference. So, just a little about me. My name is Katie. I have 3 kids, and like I said, 2 are in sports. When I have my 1-year-old, my life is chaotic. I work from home full time. My husband works crazy hours, and if you are a sports mom, you get it, you know. So, just being able to go in and reset the kitchen for the week is such a it's a small thing to some, but a big thing to somebody whose life is chaotic, and basically our door is a revolving door. Tell me you're a mom without telling me you're a mom. I'll go first. You clean the same counters in the same kitchen every single day. Yeah, me too. So you're not alone, my friend. You are not alone, but we can do this together and we can reset it before the I'm just starting off with putting my my diffuser, goodness, my frontal lobe is not working. And I use Liquid Luck. I like spicier scents, so I just like getting that going, and it gives me a little boost of motivation. So a little about me. Like I said earlier, I have 3 kids. My son will be 9. My daughter is 5. She'll be 6 this summer. And then my youngest daughter just turned 1. So we are extremely busy. My son plays travel baseball, football, house ball, basketball. My daughter does cheerleading and t-ball. And the baby just goes along for the ride. So we are insanely busy and it's chaotic. And I know this is just a season of life. And I keep reminding myself that, my house is not perfect. There's things that we have traded off to be able to accommodate my kids' crazy schedule. So it's a season. We're going to get through it. We're getting through it. And I know I'll miss these days when they're done. I don't know about you, but I don't ever try to anyway cook in a dirty kitchen. It's just not something I grew up doing. It was, clean up your mess before you make a bigger mess. However, this morning, my daughter wanted pancakes, and honestly, I was like, fine, I'm not going to even argue with you. I'll make you pancakes. My kitchen's already a disaster. It doesn't matter. And that's how I ended up with a mess on top of a mess. So if you don't like cooking in a dirty kitchen, let me know if it bothers you like it does me, or if you could care less. And yes, I'm using a bleach spray because it just needed it. I know we've probably been there where we just need to go in with the big guns right away. So don't yell at me. Thank you. Growing up, I didn't have a dishwasher, and when I moved out, I had apartments that also did not have a dishwasher. So this house is the first house that I've lived in with a dishwasher. So I was ecstatic. It's, the little things that you don't realize that make you happy. And to me, it was the dishwasher. So do you have one in your house? And if not, it feels very daunting. I felt like I just did dishes constantly, and well, I still do. I just unload and unload the dishwasher. So we had chicken wings the night before, and I had to get all the butter and hot sauce and all of that just essentially like coagulated on the dishes. And my husband and my son like a medium sauce, and the hot water when it hit it actually made me cough. It's slightly embarrassing, but I was coughing when I was rinsing out one of the mixing bowls because the spice. I'm a wimp. I don't do spice at all, so I can't handle the heat. Are you team dishwashing liquid or dishwasher pods? I like the liquid better than the pods. That's just me. I think the liquid does a way better job cleaning than the pods. I felt my kitchen was so messy. I just needed to work by zone or area, basically. I generally don't do that, but it was just a mess. So I needed to do something. So I was cleaning a spot before I used it, which I typically don't. Like I'll just clean the whole thing and then do dishes, but I was trying to work through the mess. So that's an idea if you feel overwhelmed, is work through a zone. I feel like all I do is wash bottles and water bottles. I think that's because that's all I do is wash bottles and water bottles. And okay, so I had this conversation with my mom the other day. I never took a water bottle to school until like high school, let's say. And even then, it wasn't a water bottle, it was a legitimate bottle of water like you buy in the store, not like a Stanley or an Owala or anything. When did this become a trend? These are actually a hospice bouquet. I don't know if your area does them this time of year, but Western New York does, and they will actually donate a bouquet to a hospice room, and it's just such a nice thing to do for somebody going through such a hard time. After I'm done scrubbing the sink, sometimes I like to take essential oils and just put a couple drops down the drain just to keep it smelling fresh, especially with the garbage disposal. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope it gave you motivation to just get your kitchen reset for the week. And if you are a crazy busy sports mom, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you're not, I hope you like me enough to subscribe too. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.